Hello again. It's a wonderful new day in Berlin. Today, we're gonna visit another museum. At Eddie's special request, we're gonna visit the National Gallery, the Alte Nationalgalerie, like the old gallery, where we're gonna see some really nice paintings of
Expressionist art. I hope we could have
Expressionist
chosen the Egyptian exhibit, the other more famous museum, or this one because we don't have enough money or patience to see both. So I said Expressionist it is. There's another museum famous in Berlin that's called the Brücke Museum, but that's closed. So we're hoping they moved it here. I like the Expressionists a lot.
Yeah, so basically that was our logic behind the why we chose to visit this museum today and not the famous Nefertiti statue, which is at the Egyptian other museum.
They really like that statue. They actually, during the war, they had a plan for it. It was gonna stand at the top of this boulevard, but that didn't work out. Expressionists, though, they didn't like those guys. From what I know, they called it decadent art because the Expressionists, they sought to show the world as they felt it, not as it was. So it was like a reaction against the Impressionists from France, although they have some exhibits on the Impressionists as well.
Anyway, so they
It
locked
makes
him
you feel
in.
small,
They locked
encaged.
him in the building, and
Terrible.
I just stopped here
Depressed.
because I wanted to show you the building. It's right, that building over there is like a huge building. If you want to see it all, probably will take the entire day. Luckily today we decided
There
to.
were two big schools of Expressionists. Der Blaue Reiter.
Yeah, so
and,
those schools paid off because
the
now they
Brücke.
have like a bunch, like a huge
And
bunch.
the
of,
Brücke
things to
artists
exhibit.
were from Dresden.
Dresden,
Because
yes. They
Berlin is
stole the-
nearby.
Yeah.
They went to Berlin, most of them.
Yeah. Okay.
It's this. They have a lot of other stuff because, as you can see, the building is really large.
So
But we're not that smart or patient, so we're just gonna go. We're gonna ask, where do you hold your expressionist painting? And if they only have two, we're gonna look at those two. Ooh, wide-eyed in wonder, and we're gonna leave and eat a kebab.
So just to make things clear, this is the Altes Museum, the place you want to visit if you want to see statues of the Greek gods and the Nefertiti statue. And behind it is this museum, the Alte Nationalgalerie, the museum with the paintings that we actually wanted to visit. A lot of people seem to get confused, so make sure to clarify this and ask when you're visiting.
yeah.
We're about efficiency here, like the Germans.
Anyway, as we said.
Much like the Germans.
Yeah, we're gonna spend 1 hour or something inside that huge building. Hopefully not longer. Yeah.
Can you point at that? Can the viewers tell? Can they give their opinion where they think? Can they point to where this was bombed?
Okay.
It's a funny
Anyway,
game. I
so
like
that's
to play.
the Alte National Gallery with all the famous paintings that Eddie just mentioned. The entrance is like 10 euros, but you can always get the Welcome Berlin card if you plan to visit a bunch of the museums, especially
And if you're enjoying yourself and you're in Berlin, don't let it show. So this smile that I'm wearing right now, bad, sad. You have to wear black like this and look sad.
Okay, now we go. Yeah, gonna take some pictures and videos for you. Show you what's like inside. Alte Nationalgalerie, which is the Expressionist Museum, which is this building.
Apparently they don't have that many expressionists. I was wrong. They have some impressionists and some
The
modern
painting
German
museum.
art.
So the more modern art and painting
Something
stuff.
that we can understand.
Something
we
that
have
we-
to see pictures.
The yard is really nice. The yard and the building. And Eddie is very excited. Who would have known this is an art person? Look at him.
I look like an idiot.
The Alte Nationalgalerie, the Old National Gallery in Berlin, is a museum of the 19th century art, showcasing some of the most important works of German and European artists from the period. It is located on a museum island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that also includes several other museums. Please check my other video about the Pergamon Museum if you're interested. The Alte National Gallery was built in 1876 and designed by architect Friedrich August Stuhler. It is a classic example of a 19th century museum building. The building is an imposing structure with a grand entrance and a series of large exhibition halls that are filled with natural light. One of the highlights of the Alte National Gallery It's the collection of German Romanticism art, which includes works by artists such as Caspar David, Friedrich Karl, Friedrich Schinkel, and Philipp Otto Runge. Visitors can also see works by French artists such as Gustave Courbet, Edouard Manet, and Claude Monet, as well as paintings by Americans such as James McNeill Whistler. The gallery also has an excellent collection of sculptures, including works by Johann Gottfried Schaudom, Johann Heinrich Dannecker, and Ernst Ritschl. The large collection of sculptures can be found in the Central Hall and the Domed Hall. The gallery also has a rich collection of decorative art from the 19th century, including furniture, ceramics, and glass. This collection can be found on the side wings of the museum. The Alte Nationalgalerie has also a large number of temporary exhibitions throughout the year, which can focus on specific artists, art movements, or themes. These exhibitions are a great way for visitors to learn more about the art and artists that are on display in permanent collection. The Alte Nationalgalerie is definitely a must-see destination for art lovers visiting Berlin. With its impressive collection of the 19th century art and sculptures, as well as with its temporary exhibition, it offers something for everyone to enjoy. Its location on the Museum Islands and its beautiful architecture make it a great place to visit, whether you're an art enthusiast or just looking for a fun day out. Since it was a rainy day that day, we wanted to enrich our cultural side even more and decided to visit the Neue Nationalgalerie, the modern art museum, which is located in Potsdamer Platz. Here you will find some European and American 20th century masterpieces on display in a Mies van der Rohe Design Museum. Unfortunately, you need to book your visit online in advance, which we did not know at that time. The museum was full when we got there, so there was no more museum for us.
So let's talk about food now. I don't usually eat much when I'm traveling because, you know, if you're staying in an apartment, you have your own kitchen, you can go buy from the supermarket and then cook it yourself, and then it's much cheaper. But if you're in Berlin and you're walking around Kreuzberg, which is one of the neighborhoods of Berlin, there is this tiny place that I remember from like my last trip 3 years ago. It's called Sahara Imbiss, something Sahara thing, and they have this wonderful Sahara vegan teller with falafel and some vegetables, and they have this beautiful, wonderful, exquisite sauce, peanut sauce. It's really good. It was my first time eating that sauce 3 years ago, and I have remembered it since. And now I got Eddie here. This is
being Gemüse.
he is vegetables, and this is our second time here in 3 weeks, like 2 weeks, because we loved it so much. And also it's raining outside, so let's treat ourselves to something really good, and let's eat the most wonderful falafel teller.
Ich bin Gemüse.
Again,
Und sofort.
Eddie's making real progress with his German. It's really good, it's really good. People will appreciate it. So, this is my Sahara vegan teller, which has lots of yummy things on it, such as falafel and tofu, and as I said, a wonderful sauce that doesn't look so good, but it's peanut sauce. It's amazing. And Eddie's having a tofu teller. Basically, it has like a bunch of tofu. Yes.
Ich bin Gemüse.
Okay. Do you know anything else besides you are vegetables?
Ja, ich liebe dich.
Oh, he loves me. And
Ich liebe Kebab.
kebab? Yeah.
Und das historische Museum ist nicht so schön. Die Skulptur ist nicht schön. Ugly.
Nicht schon.
Schlecht.
Schlecht.
Architektur ist und Skulptur in Deutschland sind schlecht.
Okay. Thank you for your wonderful profession.
Ja.
Okay, so let's enjoy this. So we say
Prayer.
What do you say in German? Mahlzeit? I think you say Mahlzeit. It's time to like lunchtime.